Woman King is one of those stories that doesn't just play out like a movie. It feels like a direct conversation with society. It pulls you straight into a traditional kingdom where power, identity, and gender collide in a way that feels both ancient and painfully familiar. At the center of everything is Princess Jima, a woman who was not only born into royalty, but also shaped for leadership. She's intelligent, strategic, and deeply involved in the affairs of the kingdom. In fact, she has repeatedly proven herself in ways that many of the elders quietly respect. She has stopped land disputes, protected the kingdom's resources, and helped secure medical and infrastructural improvements for her people. Yet, despite all of this, there is one line she keeps running into. She cannot be king because she is a woman. That single idea becomes the heart of the conflict. When her father dies and she begins to naturally assume that she will continue the leadership legacy, she is met with resistance that is not based on her ability, but on tradition. The elders insist that no woman has ever sat on the throne, and therefore it cannot happen now. What makes this more painful is that these are the same people who benefited from her intelligence and leadership. They celebrate her when she solves problems, but reject her when she claims authority. Princess Jima, however, is not the type to accept silence as an answer. She pushes back, reminding them of everything she has done for the kingdom. She challenges the hypocrisy of a system that praises her contributions but refuses to acknowledge her right to lead. Her argument is simple but powerful. If she has been trusted with responsibility all along, why is she suddenly unfit for the crown? This question shakes the elders, but tradition is not easily broken, especially one rooted in generations of belief. Just when the tension between tradition and progress reaches its peak, the story introduces a shocking twist. A young man named Sylvester is revealed as the secret son of the late king. He was not raised in the palace and did not grow up knowing his true identity. In fact, his existence was hidden under a sacred oath made by the elders and the king himself. The agreement was that if no suitable heir emerged from the palace line, he would return to claim the throne. This revelation instantly changes everything. Suddenly, the debate is no longer just about whether a woman can rule. It is also about a forgotten prince returning to claim what was promised to him by blood and oath. Sylvester's arrival brings confusion and emotional conflict. He is not power-hungry, but he is thrown into a situation where identity and responsibility collide. At the same time, Princess Jima is forced to confront the reality that even if she is the most capable person in the room, she may still be denied because of structures she did not create. This creates a tension that is not just political, but deeply personal. While all of this unfolds, another emotional storyline quietly runs underneath it. A family within the kingdom is struggling with a severe medical crisis. A woman is diagnosed with a serious kidney condition caused by untreated hepatitis B, and the cost of treatment is overwhelming, running into millions of naira. This subplot brings the story down from royal politics to real-life struggle. It reminds the audience that beyond thrones and traditions, people are suffering, and survival often depends on access to money, influence, and support. Interestingly, Princess Jima has already been someone who uses her influence to help others. Through her connections, she has supported community members in accessing medical care, including expensive surgeries and treatments. But now, the same system she helps sustain is being tested within her own circle. It highlights a painful irony. Those who carry the weight of others are not always protected when they need help. Another emotional layer is introduced when the king proposes an unexpected solution to Sylvester. Instead of immediately focusing on politics, he suggests that Sylvester should make Princess Jima fall in love with him. The idea is not romantic in nature, but strategic. The belief is that if she falls in love, she may abandon her desire for the throne and focus on personal life instead. This suggestion raises uncomfortable questions about manipulation and control. It turns love into a political tool rather than an emotional connection. Sylvester, however, does not fully accept this idea. He sees Princess Jima not just as a political figure, but as a capable and intelligent woman who deserves respect. He even argues that she is qualified to rule, which makes him different from many others around him.
Instead of seeing her ambition as a threat, he sees it as strength. This creates an interesting dynamic between them because it is no longer just about succession. It is also about respect, understanding, and emotional tension.
As events continue to unfold, the story exposes deeper societal issues. The elders represent tradition, but their struggle shows how difficult it is for change to survive in systems built against it. Sylvester represents legitimacy through lineage, but his presence raises questions about whether birthright alone is enough to justify leadership. By the end, what stands out most is not who deserves the throne, but how power itself is defined. Is leadership about gender, about bloodline, about competence, or about sacrifice and service to the people? The story refuses to give an easy answer, which is what makes it compelling. Woman King ultimately leaves you thinking more than it leaves you satisfied. It challenges deeply rooted beliefs about leadership and forces you to sit with uncomfortable truths about how societies choose their rulers. Princess Jima's journey is especially powerful because it reflects many real-world experiences of women who are capable but constantly questioned. In the end, the story is not just about a throne. It is about recognition, identity, and the cost of being seen as not enough in a system that was never designed to include you. Disclaimer: this review is for entertainment and discussion purposes only. All rights belong to their respective creators. Subscribe to my channel, Flicks and Feels,